Hello, classmates. Here we are at my website. As you can tell, my topic was space, and my guiding question right here is, to what degree will the future of space exploration impact the United States in the next decade? And then right here's a nice video about the importance of space exploration, narrated by Neil deGrasse Tyson, who's an astronaut, a NASA astronaut. So if you're interested, you should watch it. Over here is my first article titled Exploring Space, Why is it so important? And this image is a picture taken by the Hubble telescope of something called the Pillars of Creation. And this is basically gas in space that's in the process of forming new stars. So it's kind of cool. Down here is the synopsis of the article, basically detailing how a lot of taxpayers aren't really inclined to fund NASA because why fund space when we have so many problems on Earth, blah blah. But it basically states that NASA has developed a lot of technology made for space that have been implemented into our society and have really benefited our society, like digital image processing, telephone satellites, rocket launchers that now fight fires, memory foam, all that stuff. So NASA is important, basically. Here's the claim, just kind of restating the synopsis. And um, okay, second article is NASA facing new space science cuts, and this is kind of a political cartoon. And this astronaut is dressed up, but it's not funded to go on a mission, so that's why it says all dressed up and nowhere to go. Um, Down here, it's kind of just detailing how government budget cuts are kind of limiting NASA's potential. It's kind of saying that, NASA has to pick and choose between the importance of missions when all missions are kind of important, and they have to put missions out of activity to fund other missions, and it's basically just this big mess. So, how it's detailing how budget cuts are kind of wreaking havoc on NASA. And here's the claim. Okay, third article is titled What's Next for NASA? And this is just the NASA sign that's in front of the Houston NASA Center. Here's a quote about NASA and how it's important. Anyways, it's just kind of detailing what NASA plans for the future and how they're kind of ambitious and planning a man on Mars mission in 2020 and a possible manned mission to an asteroid, which seems kind of crazy. And how NASA's just improving on their programs that they have, like Earth science program, space science program, um, making them more beneficial. And then here's the claim, kind of just again restating. And then the fourth article is how called Dirty Rockets, What's the Environmental Impact of Going into Space? And it's kind of detailing how the leftover gas caused by a rocket launch is really wreaking havoc on our ozone and causing bigger and bigger a hole in the ozone. That's kind of this right here is the ozone weakening. Um, and how so basically it's just saying how rocket blast off gas is, not only affecting and melting our climate, but also kind of harming us, and we can develop deadly skin cancer, cataracts, radiation stuff that's bad for you, and all of that. So here's the claim again. And then right here is a graph that's just kind of detailing um, NASA's funding in the years, like, past and future. Here's kind of like the guide on how to decipher the graph. So these are in development missions. These are launched missions. This is kind of like the budget. This is over budget, under budget, all of that. So here's a synopsis of the graph, but you can basically don't just look at the graph and not really have to read a synopsis. So, and here's the bibliography or the sources of the articles. So, and that's all, folks. All right.